JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, residents of Winsor Hills, Trelawney get new homes. Some 71 residents of Winsor Hills, Trelawney on Wednesday received keys to their new homes. The presentation was led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who indicated the move is part of efforts by the National Housing Trust to build affordable housing solutions in Trelawney. He highlighted that none of the beneficiaries are persons with disabilities. The National Housing Trust made special efforts to ensure that persons with disabilities were taken care of. There were specially designed bathrooms and cupboards to make those in need of special care were taken into consideration, said Holness. Among the beneficiaries is 51-year-old Shauna Adberley, healthcare worker and mother of 4 children, who expressed joy at receiving keys to her own home. I'm very happy to be chosen as a recipient. It is a dream come true. 2 men shot dead by police in West Morland. 2 men reportedly shot and killed by the police in Spring Garden, West Morland, on Wednesday afternoon. The deceased men have been identified by relatives as 25-year-old Romario Dawkins and Dean Woolry, both from the community. According to Zone 4 Commander for Little London and Negril, Deputy Superintendent of Police Sean J. Mitchell, the men died in a confrontation with lawmen. According to reports, there was a police operation in the area sometime around 12:30 p.m. and the operation resulted in a confrontation. During the melee, 2 men were shot and taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Mitchell said 2 guns were recovered from the incident and the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has commenced an investigation into the matter. Man killed during an alleged shootout in Grenwich Town. 1 man is dead following an alleged shootout between gunmen in Grenwich Town on Thursday morning. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit, the incident took place along East Avenue and 8th Street in the community sometime after 9 this morning. The victim has not yet been identified. The area was cordoned off to facilitate the processing of the crime scene. Motorists were advised to use alternative routes. 2 St. Thomas men charged for lottery scamming, 3rd in custody. 2 men have been arrested and charged following a pre-dawn operation by the Lottery Scam Task Force in Ginger Hall, Bath, St. Thomas this morning. Charged with possession of identity information are 28-year-old Jermaine Dixon, otherwise called Leachin, and the 33-year-old Sean McDowell, otherwise called Subaru, both of Ginger Hall. A 3rd man who was also arrested is in custody awaiting questioning. The police report that between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m., 3 premises were searched and identity information for persons residing overseas was found on cell phones and laptops belonging to Dixon and McDowell. 3 high-end vehicles were also seized. Dixon and McDowell's court date has not been finalized. Kingsley police seized several motorcycles for road traffic breaches. Several motorcycles were yesterday seized and the riders prosecuted by the Kingsley Police in St. Catherine in an ongoing effort to tackle breaches of the Road Traffic Act. The operation saw riders being prosecuted for no license, unlicensed motorcycle, riding without a helmet, no insurance, and other violations. The police say increased action is being taken as bikers continue to flout the law. Some residents commended the police's drive to keep the streets of the rural township safe. Those prosecuted are set to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court in October. For several months, the Kingsley police have been using a zero-tolerance approach against indisciplined motorists. Beaches still planned to disfigure face of wife's policeman lover, says witness. Portland businessman Everton Beachstop McDonald had reportedly ditched his plan to shoot and kill a policeman he claimed was having an affair with his wife and instead came up with a plan to disfigure the man's face. One of the businessman's former employees had testified that McDonald had accused his wife Tonya of cheating with the lawman. The witness testified that McDonald had also shown him nude pictures of his wife and her alleged lover together, as well as one of them on a date. After looking at the photos, the witness testified that McDonald had threatened to kill the policeman. However, the witness said McDonald later told him that he was going to burn up the policeman instead after accusing the policeman of reporting him for a threat. The witness said the businessman sent him to purchase the corrosive substance and asked him to pour it on his hands, but he was afraid and started trembling. He said McDonald got upset and shouted at him using expletives. The witness said he couldn't remember whether he complied or if McDonald poured it himself. However, he remembered that after the liquid was poured onto McDonald's left wrist, McDonald started flashing his hands and ordered him to get water to pour in his hand. The witness said McDonald then told him that the corrosive substance was a deal with the police boy. Me can't shoot him again. So I'll get somebody to deal with him face. Make sure him live with them one another when me done deal with fear face too, he further testified. The witness said when he heard, he advised his ex-boss to just give her $10 million. Asked what the money was for, the witness said he had heard them arguing one day about it in the supermarket, but could not provide further details. McDonald and his co-accused, Oscar Barnes, are on trial for the July 20, 2020 murder of his wife Tonya. Tonya's partially burnt body was found with her throat slashed inside her car along a deserted road in Sherwood Forest in Portland. Oh no, this cannot be true. In a heart-wrenching incident that left a tight-knit community in mourning, a father and his 3-year-old son lost their lives because of a fire that partially destroyed their family home in Portmore Gardens, St. Catherine. The grief-stricken family, already grappling with the loss of young Cleon Williams, who died instantly in the fire, was further devastated when they received news yesterday morning that his 40-year-old father, Sherman Williams, was admitted to hospital with severe burns, succumbed to his injuries. The tragic news unfolded just as Member of Parliament, MP for St. Catherine South East, Robert Miller, a close friend of the family, was visiting to offer his condolences. Miller made a call to the Spanish Town Hospital to check upon the progress of the senior Williams when he learned of his death. Breaking the news of his passing to family members who were not privy to his call was a challenge for the MP. The emotional toll was evident as Williams' niece, Monique Brown, who was praying for her uncle to pull through, expressed shock and disbelief upon hearing of his death. Oh no, this cannot be true, she said as she broke down, and had to be supported by Miller and Tashai Rose, the council caretaker for the division, who is also a close friend of the family. Rose was making her second visit to the family home, having spent the night with them after she learned of the tragedy. Brown revealed that she shared a special bond with young Cleon, often caring for him when his father was at work, and now faces the challenge of explaining this tragedy to her own daughter. Miller, who was visibly distraught, expressed sorrow. For me personally, it is a very sad feeling. Sherman and I know loved his son. He was father and mother to that boy, raising him from when he was a baby when his mother disappeared, noted Miller. He also described him as a very hard worker who would do anything for his son. I know the entire family, both here and overseas, are devastated by this tragedy, Miller added. Rose was grief-stricken. This is a very sad moment for me. I got the call at 12:30 a.m. and I didn't hesitate. When I got here and learned that Cleon had perished in the fire, I was speechless, Rose said, adding that her feeling of sadness was compounded by the news of Sherman's passing. The impact of the incident extends beyond the friends and family circle. Cleon Williams, who had recently begun attending the Fifth Assembly of God Basic School, where Principal Rosemary Gooden remembered him as an outspoken and friendly child. When I got the news this morning, I was very heartbroken. He'll be missed by all the staff, she said. Gooden said it will be a challenge to break the news to the deceased boy's peers. She said plans will have to be put in place to provide grief counseling. Meanwhile, Superintendent Dennis Lyons, Divisional Commander for the St. Catherine Division of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, said the call came in at 11:40 p.m. and one unit from Waterford responded along with the ambulance team. He said when the brigade arrived on the scene, fire was observed coming from a 4-apartment dwelling house and they quickly put out the fire. According to Lyons, during the cooling down exercise, the body of a young boy was found at the door along with a 40-year-old gentleman who had sustained burns. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital. Lyons said a team from the investigative unit will be processing the scene to determine the origin of the fire. Medic's cell phone pinged cell tower in Linstead, say police. Criminal investigators have revealed that the cell phone owned by Stephanie Medic Williams last pinged the cell tower in Linstead, St. Catherine, not long after her disappearance over a month ago. The police are following up on leads in Linstead, but there is no concrete proof of anything yet. We're also trying to get information on the vehicle that came to pick her up from her apartment, but there's nothing yet, no leads, a police source said. Today, September 28, marks the 5th week since a dancehall artist was reported missing to the authorities. Today is my birthday as well, and I have to admit that it is so sad. I am not eating. I'm trying my best to keep up. This week was supposed to be a celebration. The 8th of October is Stephanie's birthday. We're planning a trip for us, my daughters, the whole family, but this season has turned into something else. Businesswoman Millicent McCurdy, the mother of the dancehall artist, said. McCurdy said she has had dialogue with the police since leading a protest at the Constant Spring police station earlier this week. After the protest, the police reached out to me. I am grateful for that. Another police have told me that they would call me next week with updates. I want to thank the Church of God in St. John's Road, Spanish Town, and the Church of God in Jamaica and West Morland, my own church, who have been here with me. There are pastors from the Church of God all over Jamaica who have been calling me to offer support, so I'm grateful for the support, McCurdy said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.